Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 991st day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 712,610 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,950 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 23 tanks, 81 armored combat vehicles, 38 artillery systems, for multiple launch rocket systems, 61 drones, 68 vehicles and 6 pieces of special equipment. On November 11, Russian personnel losses reached 1,950 soldiers. It's the highest daily number since the beginning of the full-scale invasion. The previous record of 1,770 soldiers was set just a day before. The Russians launched 185 combat clashes and carried out 64 airstrikes, including 106 anti-aircraft missiles on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 793 kamikaze drones and carried out 4,000 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Russian forces are successfully leveraging their recent seizure of Vuhledar to make tactically significant gains south of Kurakov in support of ongoing Russian offensive operations that aim to level the front line and eliminate the Ukrainian salient in western Donetsk Oblast. ISW is revising its previous assessment that Russian forces would not likely be able to take advantage of the seizure of Vuhledar for further offensive operations in western Donetsk Oblast. That assessment was incorrect. Russian forces reportedly continue to advance in the Donetsk-Zaporizhia Oblast border area, and Russian advances northwest of Vuhledar and south of Velika Novosilka may begin to pressure Ukrainian positions in Velika Novosilka. Russian forces have advanced in western Donetsk Oblast at a moderate tempo, but Russian forces remain highly unlikely to be able to conduct rapid mechanized maneuver that could successfully encircle Ukrainian forces. Ukrainian and Russian sources stated on November 11 that damage to a dam of the Kurakivsky Reservoir is causing limited flooding in nearby settlements. Ukrainian and Russian sources disagreed about who was responsible for damaging the dam, but Russian forces reportedly struck the dam in September 2024. Russian forces may have struck the dam in order to cause significant, long-lasting flooding west of Kurakivsky Reservoir that could facilitate Russian efforts to envelop Ukrainian forces north and south of Kurakov. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov denied on November 11 reports of a recent phone conversation between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. Ukrainian forces recently advanced in Kursk Oblast. Russian forces recently advanced in Kursk Oblast and near Kreminna and Kurakov. Russian regional governments continue to commit large portions of their social budgets towards payments to Russian veterans, likely as part of ongoing efforts to incentivize Russian military service. In Zelensky's nightly address, he spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, Ukrainian forces hold firm amid Russian pressure. Ukrainian troops are holding back a major Russian force in the Kurakov area, preventing redeployment of 50,000 Russian troops elsewhere. Strikes on Russian supply lines and bases have limited their artillery on the front line, underscoring Ukraine's call for long-range weaponry from the US, UK, and Germany. Secondly, focus on strengthening air defense. Ukrainian air defense remains a top priority. A recent staff meeting emphasized expanding air defense and mobile firing group capabilities. President Zelensky discussed EU support with Josep Borrell, as Europe is expected to deliver 1 million artillery shells to Ukraine by year's end. Lastly, diplomatic engagement and sanctions. Zelensky emphasized the need to close loopholes in sanctions that allow Russia to obtain drone and missile components, discussing this with EU and Polish leaders. He commended Poland on their Independence Day and thanked them for steadfast support, underscoring a shared vision of peace through strength. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.